I'm here with Paul Fletcher. He goes by Fletch. He is our new manager for the Glacier Range Riders. Fletch, you have over 23 years of experience in baseball. You also played in the majors for the Red Sox, White Sox, Royals, and Pirates. What do you feel like all of this experience has taught you in the game of life?
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. I've been in the game a long time, and I'm lucky that I've gotten to hang around the game. Um, I can bring that experience to these guys and just teach them the game and playing it the right way and doing the things that they need to learn to hopefully get a chance themselves to play for those ball clubs.
So many chapters open and close throughout your baseball career, like you kind of touched on. But what do you enjoy most about this current chapter of kind of getting to show guys what you went through and maybe what you wish you did differently?
This is a fun age, right? They're still in their early 20s. Most of them are right out of college, or they're very limited experience at the pro level, and just teaching that mentality of it's a business for you and what you have to do. And this isn't summer ball anymore. This isn't your college, and there are different things, and you have to be really accountable for what you do and how you do them. And there's a manner in which you have to go about doing them. And I think that's a big part of what I can bring to the table. A lot of experience at the game, and managing it, pitching coach, at whatever, and trying to help them just maneuver through the game mentally, physically.
I've heard you say that you want to help shape the players as young men as well. So, what is the tone that you hope to set next season on and off the field?
I think you have to look at this. It was one thing that I discussed with Marty and the owners and Chris, and when we sat down and talked about this, little things, right? There are little things you have to do at the pro level to be good at it. And you have to understand the game at that level. I want to make sure that we're doing those little things, that we're correctly playing the game, that we do take an extra base, or we're finding something, or we reach back pitching wise, we pick each other up. When a reliever comes in, he doesn't give up that guy's runs. Those little things mean a lot. We pick a guy off. We have plays. We can put things in and work on them. And I think spending that time working on them, those guys really need to make that part of their routine. And I think that's a big part of it. Even when they get done with baseball, that I've got to be there. I've got to have this drive. I've got to come in and own the room and own the place and have that confidence when they go to a job or get out of the game, at any level.
You touched on confidence. How do you instill confidence as now a manager?
It's something we build off the field as a group, and I think it feeds from the manager. I think if they understand I have their backs, if they understand I'm out there fighting for them and trying to move them and trying to win games and trying to keep them, it's their career, it's not mine. When it comes to the game, these hitters, they have to go out and own the ballpark. Hey, it's our park, it's our place, and let's go in here and rule it and beat people. And the way I'm going to get out of this league is by putting those numbers up. And if I can put numbers up and have a shot, and it's not, oh, I got to hit home runs or I got to throw 95. It's this entire game that a pro organization is going to come in and see from an independent player. I want those guys to have a confidence when hey, you got a guy hitting 320 with a bunch of home runs, and we need a guy to play that position. We're going to come in and take a look at your kid. And when they come in, I want them to see that confidence and see him play well and doing what he's supposed to do, where they say, yes, that's what we're looking for.
You usually don't make your fingerprints on a franchise until the second year, but how much do you think it helps you that you got that last month in of last season where you saw the team fall one game short?
Yeah, it was huge. I got to interact with these guys. They got to interact with me, and they got to kind of know what I was about. I can be vocal in the dugout. I think that's a tough thing. I'm pretty. Umpires know I'm there.
I can
At times,
concur.
yeah, right? And it's one of those things, though. That's the thing for the guys to see and interact. Hey, this guy's going to go out there and fight for us.
How do you feel like your experience from the Frontier and Atlantic League is going to show in the Pioneer League now?
I guess that's 10 years of independent baseball experience and 3 championships. And then 2 more as players with a championship. And I think every year I was coaching was on it with a team that made the playoffs. I think it's a big experience in knowing what independent baseball is about, and helping these guys understand the game. It's also big connections with those leagues. And, if I can't move a guy to the Colorado Rockies per se, or the Anaheim Angels, maybe I can get them to the Atlantic League and a team there, and give them an opportunity in a different league that, hey, there's a lot of major league players, former major league players in that league. And maybe I perform against them. Someone does give me a shot. And, having those connections when they call me a lot saying, we lost a pitcher, I need a guy. Well, let's make a deal, right? Let's figure out how both of us can benefit from that, including the player. I know how to win in independent ball, and how to put the pitching staff together, how to run the offense, what wins. I do think it was good to see that month that the league is different than the Atlantic League, or the Frontier League, and how it runs and how they want to operate, and what the expectations of the team and ownership are. And, I want to make sure I follow that to a T.
For the fans, kind of crazy that this is only the second year this valley has ever seen a professional sports team. You're from Georgia, so that probably sounds crazy, but for these
Right.
fans who look up to this team so much, what do you hope to give them this season?
Well, we hope to win, right?
There
we
you
want a
go.
championship. I think, I think the ultimate goal is always get a championship. And, that was a huge thing for me, was to see how awesome the fans were and in tune for a city that hasn't had a pro team or baseball, or kind of a weird spot, it seems like, for baseball, right? Man, they were in tune and they knew the game, and they were really, really fired up. And I love that for them and their passion. And I just hope we go out and play passionate and give them something really worthy to see. And, we play hard, and in the end, we all want to host a trophy. And I think that's the ultimate goal. And we'd love to bring that home for them. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Fletch. And I know we really look forward to having you this season.